Welcome back to Cigar Time, your ever so friendly show all about premium cigars.
We're not being preempted by mud wrestling?
No mud wrestling, no female wrestling, none of that.
I missed the
Brought
good
to you
shows.
at this time, on this day, on this channel, every week for the past almost 7 years now, right?
No, we haven't been on this channel for 7 years.
No, we haven't been on the channel, but we've been on the air.
We've been on the air for...
Another channel.
Yeah.
Well, that channel is our Saturday night show.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't mention that.
It's on Saturday night.
We're very pleased to have Rami back from General Cigar.
Rami?
He's a big impresario with General Cigar.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. And today I believe we're going to be smoking something brand new.
Brand new.
Yes, absolutely.
Not even out yet, is it?
No. It's La Gloria Spanish Press, new cigar we have from La Gloria Cubana, made in our El Credito factory in the Dominican Republic.
Cool.
So, which actually that part of our big factory in Dominican Republic is separated from the rest of the factory because they have their own processes and techniques left from the original La Gloria days. So something different, La Gloria is kind of the our version of the art of the cigar. So let's see if this cigar stands up to the.
What's the blend on it? Did you mention it?
Yeah. So the blend is going to be a Nicaraguan wrapper, Mexican
Nice.
San Andres binder.
Nice.
It's going to be a Brazilian, Nicaraguan, and Dominican filler. So all that
Nice
for
mixture.
Yeah, all that for a whopping $7 to $8 price point per stick.
What were the three? What were the three fillers
Cigar.
again?
It is per cigar, $7 to $8 per cigar per Rob, and the filler was Brazilian, Nicaraguan, and Dominican. Yep.
I
So
left out Canary Islands.
Canary Islands, yeah, that's on the next one. That's on.
Or Jamaica. Might as well get all the country you used to have cigars from.
Yeah, Temple Hall.
Interesting.
It's got a nice flavor right off the bat.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah, right off the light,
absolutely.
yeah. You said $7, $8?
$7, $8 a cigar.
Thank you.
So $7, $8, and of course all the name Spanish Press. They're all box press.
That price was per cigar, right?
Per cigar, yes, per cigar.
Just want to make sure.
They're all box press, Robusto, Toro, and a Gigante. And again, reinforce the fact that $7 to $8 per cigar. And comes in actually, I don't know if you guys, I'm obviously gonna praise,
Toot your own
yeah,
horn.
toot my own horn. But the box, I kind of really like the wine color of the box,
Yes,
with the
absolutely.
silver.
Nice
You know,
little
it's very,
cabinet box.
yeah, very classy. And also on the label as well, it's got that same color on the label under Lady La Gloria. So
It does. Look at that.
It's nice.
It's
There, I
pretty.
contributed.
Did Lady La Gloria have a last name?
and she's just
Cubana.
Lady La Gloria.
Lady
She's
La
like Cher,
Gloria.
just
Yeah.
just Lady La Gloria.
I
No
knew
last
her too.
no last name. So
Fascinating.
Pretentious.
yes.
I
Beautiful.
wish I didn't
band.
have a last name.
She is a diva, Lady La Gloria,
Pretty
so,
cool.
So was the other woman you mentioned.
So any first thoughts?
Oh, you could go right ahead. Scott,
It's good.
he's a man of few words.
Yes.
I mean, I just lit it like 30 seconds ago.
Well,
Yeah, but it's got tons of flavor already.
yeah, right off the light.
It does.
I got a licorice taste.
I'm getting a little sweetness.
I got
It
a
could have
lot
been
of,
from the
Did you retro
diversity.
hell
I
yet?
got a lot of
Try
sweetness. I have
retrohale.
not retrohaled yet.
Yeah,
No.
try to retro hell.
It's not as full body as last week's.
Last
for
week
sure.
was a barn burner,
Yeah.
for sure. But it has a nice medium body to it. I would say it's on the lighter side of medium.
Sure.
I'm definitely getting licorice.
I'm not getting licorice, but I'm getting. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's going to be complex.
Yeah.
Like there seems like there's a lot going on. Sometimes I like that if I can't necessarily identify something because there's a bunch going on.
I'm getting a little pepper also.
I like the size. It's looks like a thinner. It's almost, you could almost claim this as a Corona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Borderline.
Absolutely.
Yes, for sure.
Fits in the
I
hand
like
nice.
yes.
I like the size.
Very good
It
mouthfeel.
won't
Yeah.
roll off the table, or if you're on a ship that's rocking, it's not going to roll off. So that's good.
You know, that's the best reason to smoke a box press. Is if you're on rough seas, you know what I mean? If
Absolutely.
you're on rough seas, box press is the way to go.
Stays right there.
Yes, yes. You
Or
don't have
if
to
you're
worry
on-
about it rolling on the
Or
ground.
on
or-
your tray table in a plane.
yeah,
Just got back
absolutely,
from
absolutely.
You can actually still smoke on certain foreign airlines.
Well,
Really?
Not
Kwanzaa?
anything domestic, obviously.
Kwanzaa.
I don't know, but I've read recently there's still a few airlines that allow smoking.
I have a feeling that those airlines you could smoke on are not for the average, not for the average bear.
Well, they're probably not flying
Probably
DC-3s.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Meaning it's a much more, it's one of those Dubai airlines.
Well, they're pretty
Yeah.
well heeled. those
Yeah, you can
airlines.
have some very good luxurious experience on one of those airlines.
Experiences,
Yes.
It
Yes.
tastes like the tobacco-ness has been aged for a while. It
Yeah.
seems like it's real mellow.
Yeah.
Do you have any
Yeah.
first thoughts?
First thoughts, it's got a nice amount of spice. I'm not sure what the flavor is. I certainly don't get licorice or sweet, but honestly, we never see the same thing in any cigar we smoke.
That's the exciting
That's
thing
just
about
kind of
smoking
funny. I
cigars.
know.
Yeah, 'cause
Very
and
subjective.
I don't think there's a lot of spice in this.
It's not super spicy. It's definitely not peppery for me, but it definitely has a spice that I'm getting right off the bat. But it's just, I don't know. It's almost. I'm gonna go with cranberry almost. So maybe that's where your licorice comes in.
Maybe.
So it's kind of an interesting flavor,
Yeah,
but I'm
cranberry flavored
enjoying it
licorice.
very much.
Bog cranberries or artificially raised
Definitely
cranberries?
not artificial.
Rob?
I already said.
You
getting
said
licorice.
something?
I'm getting licorice. I'm getting the spice also, but not a black pepper. More of a white pepper, if anything.
The more I get into this, I would say it's on the lighter side of medium.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it definitely has a lot of taste.
I
I'd
don't
say
think it's
medium.
medium.
Yeah, dead solid.
Yeah,
Well,
Maybe
I don't get light at all.
scotch above medium.
Yeah,
I don't think it's very smooth. I mean, it has an easy, mouthfeel to it.
it's hard to say medium or whatever
Yeah,
we're
it's
saying
subjective,
because
so
of
subjective.
because of what we smoked last time. I mean, it was
Yeah, I was a barn burner. I think I said that. I'm
that was
repeating
last week,
myself.
wasn't it?
Rami, what
Sort of.
is the origin of
Really
the name?
affected your palate.
The
from that
Spanish
cigar
press?
from a week ago.
So the Spanish press is the process they use to press the cigar. It's actually a older style pressing technique.
Why don't you
Well-
explain to our audience what that means?
So basically, it's an older Cuban style. I hate to use that word, Cuban style pressing technique that they haven't. It's an older way of doing it, where they actually press the cigars and they put them in a box, and it all kind of takes its shape over time. So maybe that's why.
So they don't use square molds.
No, the molding is part of it. I did leave
Okay.
that out. So the press, the mold, and then they put them in a box, and then they.
Sit on them.
You know,
Yep.
I have never.
Yes, they do. They sit on them.
I have never seen a square
Medium.
mold that was
It was
square.
squared.
Yeah.
I have.
I've never,
Other
I've
than
never
the-
seen
I
it.
have. I've seen it.
I've never seen it.
It's rare. You don't use. It's not something they use all the time.
Well, somebody must have.
They do it at the El Cordito factory.
Well, obviously, but I don't think there's too many others that do it.
So most of them are truly box press, where they just shove them in a
Right.
box. They're round and they shove them in a box and leave it there. They
Yep.
sit on them.
Right.
That's why they're not as sharp as something like this. Some of the CAOs are.
Yes,
are
yes,
like
they have a more rounded. You're
Yeah.
right. They have a more rounded press. Yeah,
Yeah.
where this is more of a very true square,
Yeah, this
square
is-
press.
You
yes.
can almost shave with this.
Yes,
Got a sharp edge to it.
yes. Well, we like our cigars to do a lot of different things, not just smoke, shave, smoke, do
And the interesting
Dance.
thing, because you're one of the giant companies in the cigar world, you're vertically integrated. I
Yes.
mean, and again, I know we've covered this upteen times, but for those of you who are just tuning in or haven't watched the show in the past, being vertically integrated allows this company, General Cigar, to bring the cigar to our shelves at probably the least amount of money,
Sure.
because they do everything from seed to shelf, and there's no middlemen in the middle.
Nope.
A lot of companies that you may buy a cigar from whomever, a lot of hands touch that cigar beside the people that actually make the cigar or grow this tobacco, and that adds cost.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
'cause everybody's got to make a little money on it. So the guy who grows the
Yeah.
tobacco has to make
Yeah.
a little.
Yep.
Person that
Right.
makes the
Everybody's got to
cigar-
get their taste. Everybody's got to get their
Yeah.
taste.
As they used
Sure.
to say in Mater D language in Las Vegas, give the donkey a taste.
Yes.
Why on earth would they
But
say
you know
that?
something? This occurred to me, and I don't think we've really discussed this before.
Give them a taste of
I
winning,
think some
then you can take
people-
everything they have.
when they walk through a humidor and they look at cigars, especially when they look at some of the older brands like what you have and the other big company have.
Sure.
I think sometimes when they see a $7 to $9, which is today's sweet spot with all the taxes and everything the government imposes on us, I think they kind of sometimes walk by that and they go to the $10 and $12 cigars, which really should be 7 to 9 or 6 to 8 or something, but they equate money with quality, and that's
Sure.
not necessarily so.
Not in cigars.
Not in cigars
Absolutely,
at all.
absolutely not. I mean, I think for I think we really do a good job at giving you very excellent cigars at a great price point. And again, the dollar amount is not doesn't usually reflect quality, but everything has its price point. Every brand has its where it lives in that price point. But I think this one so far, again, going back to tooting my own horn, is for the $8. I think it's a very reasonable. It's a very, very nice smoke for the $8.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take 10 cigars and like low end and to high end, like less expensive to really expensive. You'll be able to pick out the bottom two and the top two. Everything else is just in between.
Sure.
You'll never be able to tell you how much it is.
Sure.
You've had some legendary cigar makers over the course of the last 50 years that have worked for General Cigar, and
Actually, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
A couple of them are actually. A couple of them are living legends.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Some of the two of them are
In
the
the
7
cigar
living legends.
aficionado Hall of Fame. So
Yeah.
a lot of them. So I guess that's kind of I guess we could kind of do a better job of kind of reminding people of that.
Tooting your own horn?
Yeah, absolutely, tooting our own horn. They are, some of them are. They are living legends, and kind of the original gang of cigar people that are
Yeah.
kind of put
So mention
cigars on the map. So like Benji
No,
Menendez.
of course.
Love
First
it.
name
Yes.
that comes to
he's
mind.
the
yeah.
top,
Absolutely,
in
absolutely.
my opinion.
And then for a while with La Gloria was Ernesto, who's
Ernesto, great guy.
who's not with us anymore, but
Giovanni.
with our company, but still was a part of it. Part of a huge. He is La Gloria. He's the
Yeah.
original La Gloria.
Yeah.
The guy that put it on the map. So lots of credit there. And so people like that we. I guess sometimes people forget those associations, but they're pretty important, I think.
Isn't he the original like boutique?
Yeah, he was. La Gloria was the original boutique cigar. Yeah,
Cagliostro.
yeah, made in Little Havana.
Yeah,
Yep.
And he
Cagliostro.
made them himself, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yep.
he grew his own tobacco, right?
In the Dominican, yeah.
Okay.
His family.
Okay.
So
I see.
those are. I think those are some pretty important association. I think it gives us some street cred in the cigar world to be
Absolutely.
associated with those names. So yeah, something to certainly be proud of.
Oh, for sure.
Anything new coming out this year?
Well,
the show's
Well, we have
Wait, actually, the show's
we
tomorrow.
always have something new.
That's
It's
tomorrow.
I can't really go too far into it, but always
Oh, come on, give us a hint.
always something exciting. Always something exciting, and maybe something new in the CAO world. Maybe something new in the definitely something new in the CAO world. That's the one we want to
We like
look out for.
CAOs.
Speaking of CAO, when is the CAO TA coming out? Do you know?
That will actually be here any day now. So
good.
so yeah. So
I'm
we'll
really looking forward to that.
Yeah,
Sounds
me
like a
too.
fantastic
Absolutely.
cigar.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, I got a text.
Absolutely.
Remember, TA cigars are only available at Cigar Cigars in our 14 locations in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. When I say only available, I mean if you want to drive 75 more miles, you can find another TAA member. But
Why spend all that money on gas?
I
That's
would
right.
agree, yeah,
You know?
and frankly, we've done a good job with the TAA cigars.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Some of them are truly spectacular.
Absolutely.
And the one thing I've noticed about those cigars over the years, the prices are very modest.
Yes.
Yeah.
They-
For the most part, yeah, they're
Right in line.
like, I guess the average price is gonna be around 9 or 10.
even sometimes less.
Yeah. Well, what was the CAO
The
last?
CAO Steli
Steli.
last year was around. I think it was around $10 per cigar.
Per cigar.
So
Per stick.
yeah.
Cigar.
That's every cigar. Right?
Yes. But yeah, I agree with you guys. The TAA stuff's always interesting. It's always something from no matter what company it comes from. It's nice to have something unique to the store, and
Yeah.
gives you a reason to come in, pop in
Sure.
to one of the stores and try something different. That,
Will there be any TAA cigars at the show?
at the trade show?
Yeah.
There will not.
No.
be.
Ah, come on.
No.
Of course not.
Before, you could have before.
But there will be limited edition. There will always be limited edition.
Yeah.
We do something limited edition every year. So so we'll see what that is this year.
And the party this Friday night is.
The big general party.
Yeah, the big general party. Yeah, absolutely,
I mean,
absolutely.
can you tell what?
Last
Last year was a CAO.
Yeah,
party.
last year was the CAO
CAO.
Nicaragua party. This year will be the, I believe the Cohiba party.
Oh,
right.
cool.
Yeah, so which some of the people at this table might be attending. I don't know. Yeah. And,
Actually, there's only one who's not going to be there.
yeah. So, but we'll take lots of pictures for you. We'll take lots of pictures. It'll be just like being there. You know what I mean?
know.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'll
We
be
might
there.
even do live video.
I'll be there in spirit. don't
Yeah.
worry.
We'll have Rob sing karaoke.
Well, no, we'll have
No,
Rob.
he won't. No, he won't.
Maybe we'll have Scott dance
You
on the
don't
bar
want
with cowboy boots on. You know what I mean? Who
I don't
knows?
have cowboy boots.
Yeah, you
you
don't have
gotta buy
cowboy
me
boots?
some, I'll do it.
Okay, all right. So,
I've been known
Oh,
to.
Lord. Just to remind everybody, because we talk about this TAA often enough, it's a very select group of retailers, and you have to be more or less blessed to get into this organization. I know it took us a number of years, and there's only about 72 of us throughout the entire United States, and they tend to be, not to toot our own horn, but they tend to be the creme de la creme of tobacco brick-and-mortar retailers, and we're very fortunate, and you're very fortunate to have us, if you're coming to our stores, to have this selection of outstanding cigars at fairly modest prices. These are all limited edition. Usually the cigar maker makes between 500 and 1,000 boxes, and we're very fortunate to get a good chunk of that. Not all of them, of course, but there's a decent allocation of these cigars, and they generally sell pretty well.
How many different? We probably have what, 25 to 30 facings of TAA stuff
I think
right
so,
now?
something like that, yeah. And we have some of the previous years.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we still have some of the 18s, and of course all the 19s are coming in now. Most of them, I think, are actually in. And again, we're very, very fortunate to be able to bring those to you.
I think the CAO Esteli I thought was one of the better ones last year.
It was
Sure.
very
Yeah,
good.
It was
was
one of
very
my
good.
favorites.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the early ones too. That might have been.
Yes,
it
we
may have
got
actually
that
been the
fairly
first one we
First
got.
first one we got in, yeah.
And the convention was back to the normal time this year. They had no hurricane damaging the resort. And the cigars actually came in a little earlier this year than last year. But
Actually, we're still getting in last year's.
yeah, they're still, yeah,
Still coming in.
They still haven't caught up shipping. Again, these cigars are made in very limited batches, and sometimes it takes a while to get them all in. But slowly but surely, we get them all in and we bring them to you. And each store has a display of them, and all the managers and the personnel in the store are all familiar with them, and can guide you towards a good selection based on your tasting profile, and et cetera, et cetera.
One thing I have noticed with them is there's nothing. There aren't any mild. There aren't any mild cigars in from the TAA.
That's true.
They're almost all medium and even medium. They're almost all medium.
well,
plus.
I imagine with the TAA cigar, I imagine they'd probably want to give you something, more for the connoisseur, the seasoned
Yeah,
smoker,
yeah.
and I think they do. I think they do a good job of that. I think everyone delivers on their TAA
they're yeah,
product.
they're
so,
good.
So yeah, so I think it's look, it's been. I think you guys have said this on the show, and ladies have said on the show many a times. It's a great time to be a cigar smoker right now.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely,
yes.
absolutely.
there's so many great things coming out at great price points, and you can pretty much find whatever you want, whatever flavor profile, and in a very reasonable price point. And if you'd like to spend more than a regular price point, there's also many
Higher
out there
price.
as well. So it's good. Great time to be a smoker.
I love going to the convention. I mean, the last couple of years it's been in Casa de Campo in the Dominican Republic. Next year it goes back to Cabo San Lucas in Mexico. And it's 3 or 4 days where you get to meet with your peers, and there's lots of action going on, and we get to discuss the various things happening with legislation. And there are experts in certain fields that we'll talk about, marketing and et cetera, et cetera. And it's really great because all the companies that sponsor the TAA, the cigar makers themselves, it's always the principals there, the president or the owner of the company, and it's a good, very intimate way to discuss what's going on in the industry, and how we can bring better cigars out. And it's really a as opposed to our annual convention at the IPCPR, where you guys are going in a couple days. It's more intimate. It's more relaxed, and you really get to spend quality time with the people that bring you these cigars.
Sure.
So,
Are there? I probably know the answer to this question, but I just want to ask. Behind the scenes, are there any cigar manufacturers who don't like other cigar manufacturers?
well, I think it's competitive, but they all get
Yeah.
along, I think.
Yeah, there's nobody who doesn't talk to anybody else.
Yeah, I know.
There's a few that I think.
I know
Really?
one prominent one that
I think I know a couple.
is very friendly to most, but not real friendly to some. And then another fella who's sort of the same way.
Really?
But most everybody gets along.
Well,
Mostly, yeah.
It's the same thing with the industry. I mean,
It's a small industry.
yeah.
I mean,
We get along with other retailers.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
During the winter, we always say, go to your local brick-and-mortar
Yeah.
retailer. They bring you the lounges where
Sure.
you can smoke in the wintertime.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And, you can't be outdoors like this time of year. And, we try to make this show a very dealer-friendly, brick-and-mortar-friendly
Yeah.
show, because there's enough to go around.
Yeah,
I mean,
and you know what, and I always feel that being out there on the road, that what better place is there to experience a new cigar than at your local brick and mortar?
Yeah,
Again,
absolutely.
Yeah.
like Art says, they bring you lounge, place to sit, smoke a cigar, hopefully good company,
yeah,
and
camaraderie, sure.
yeah, so I truly believe that brick and mortar is the best place to try a cigar for the first time. Sit,
Yeah.
chat amongst your friends, and enjoy.
Might be the only place.
Yes.
And
Yeah, sad to
that's
say,
Next few years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, every day I read Half Wheel, and this town is banning smoking in parks, this town's banning on the beach, and this
Yep.
and that, and indoor, and God, I mean,
I mean, I can like on the beach. I can sort of understand because I don't like being there and like somebody smoking cigarette and smoke.
Yeah.
And getting, but and I go to Cape May every year and I don't smoke a cigar in the middle of the day on the beach. But like 5 o'clock at night when the beach is pretty
Yeah,
much deserted,
yeah.
I'll go down there. But
Sure.
I can just see some gung ho guy like saying, "Okay, you're busting you at like 6 o'clock at night when there's nobody else there."
Sure.
I remember years ago, I was in Longboat Key, which is a little isthmus on the other side of Sarasota, and we were sitting on the beach in deck chairs. We were the only one. You could look up and down the beach. You couldn't see anybody, and my wife and I at the time were both smoking cigars, and all of a sudden we hear this shouting, and we can't figure out where it's coming from. And some woman on the 8th or 9th floor in a condo was on her balcony, and she's shouting down at us, "No, don't smoke, it's terrible." I don't know how in the world. Other than seeing us, she couldn't smell it. It was too far away in the wind and on the beach.
Yeah.
And she screamed at her smoking. And we looked at her like she was.
At that point, at that far away, let's say she did smell it. It's just a smell. It's not
couldn't
like
smell
it's
it
not
that
like
far.
a health hazard.
First of all, you're on a beach where the wind is blowing 10, 15 miles an hour.
Even if
And the wind doesn't blow up.
even if it's just somebody who just wants to be a
I'll
like,
never forget that.
What did you do?
We kept smoking. What are you? What am I
for
going to
you.
do? Put it
turn
out in
around
the
and-
sand?
should have blown smoke towards her.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
We
have
just
done
looked
anything.
up at her, and we like acknowledged her like she was saying, "Have a nice day."
Yeah, right,
we
yeah.
were smiling. We
Yeah.
held this guy. But she was screaming and yelling, "Don't smoke!" There was no law against smoking on that beach. We were doing a lawful thing, enjoying it, and there wasn't a soul. I mean, on the beach.
Well, that's the thing. What if you weren't? What if it was against the law, or but there's nobody else there?
What's their business? What was this woman's business giving us hell for doing a lawful thing and having a few moments of pleasure and enjoyment on this beautiful beach?
I think it just comes down to some people just don't like to see other people enjoying themselves. I think you can mark it down
you know
to
what?
that.
You're absolutely right.
I think there's some people
That's the
who
way it
just.
is.
I think there's some people who just, when they're seeing somebody or a group of people enjoying themselves, they just have to put a knife in it and just knock it down. Which is unfortunate.
There's a whole group of people like that.
Yeah.
And they're usually lonely, miserable people.
Yes.
They're usually wearing blue.
Yes.
Wearing blue? Where'd you come up with that? Wearing blue. Their hair sometimes can be blue. Maybe.
No, they're usually wearing blue
Why are they, what is the reference to blue?
as opposed to red.
Oh.
Ooh,
Red as fire, I guess.
Wow.
Trying to the left hand.
third rail.
Yeah.
Third
No,
rail, for
I'm
sure.
left-handed.
Third rail.
I'm enjoying this smoke.
Yeah.
Talking too much, let it go out.
It's really, it
I-
is.
it's-
It's very, very smooth. I'm going to go with a dead solid medium.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a
earlier I thought
medium-bodied
maybe
cigar.
just a slight, maybe just a little bit above, but no.
It's a medium-bodied cigar.
Yeah, I would agree.
Very, like, it's got a lot going on, and I can't identify any of the flavors. It's not, nothing's overpowering. I'm not getting a lot of spice from it. Just maybe a little tiny bit, but I mean, you really have to focus on it. I'd give this a 9.
Okay.
Very good.
That's good for cigar.
Marianne?
Still getting a little bit of the spice. It's mellowed out a little bit. I think it's the Brazil tobacco because I'm not used to the Brazilian tobacco. I think that's what I'm tasting. But I think this is a great cigar. I'm going to give this a 9.5
Wow.
Impressed.
or 9.49. Am I supposed to?
Rob.
Checks in the mail, Marianne.
Rob.
Wait, I like the cigar, but the thing is, I can't identify why I like it.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's very pleasant. I like it. I like the smoke. I like the way it feels. The smoke feels in my mouth. I like the retrohale. It's a very interesting retrohale feel and taste to it. I do get a little bit of spice. Like I said, it's not a black pepper spice. It's more of a white pepper. And I do get I don't know if it's licorice or like Marianne said, like a almost like a fruity type of taste to it. I give this a 9.25. I think it's really nice.
It's interesting. The first thing I thought of when we first started smoking it was pleasant.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's very relaxing, actually. I don't know what it is.
It's easy to smoke.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
it's very easy to smoke.
it might be the Spanish press that makes it relaxing.
Maybe.
It depends on who's sitting on the press.
Which Spaniard?
Art.
Like Vasco da Gama.
I truly do like this cigar. I mean, it's right in my wheelhouse. I typically don't like real strong cigars. This is not. I would say it's a solid medium. Feels good in the hand, feels good in the mouth, gives you a lot of smoke. Got a nice taste to it. It got a little more complex as you smoked it. I don't like a lot of pepper, and this is not a lot of pepper at all. I go with the 9.25.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's a solid 9.25.
Yeah.
Did we talk about the events?
Oh, well, there's for the remainder of the month, which is just a couple more days. It's buy 4 get 1 free. Buy a box, get 6 and a lighter. All stores.
Plus, we're going to have some certain very old vintage cigars as a bonus to those who purchase these cigars. We'll talk about that, and look for your email or text from our loyalty program. We want to thank you for watching again,
Life's too
and we're
short
going
to
to see
smoke
you
cheap
next
cigars.
Ciao for now, everybody.